Greetings, family. Sister Shanice here. We have just finished doing a YouTube live show, and my, what a show! What an insightful discussion we were having. Please do check it out. We had a great panel lineup as always. You know, we had our Queen Najee, who was on the panel from Kenya, and we were talking about the reality of the situation that we're faced with on the continent. The fact that when we hear about the West talking about investment opportunities on the continent, and they're not really talking about coming to invest in us. They're sending coded messages to each other, she was saying, which she was saying, and they're telling each other, come to the continent, there's 2 billion potential gullible customers who you can sell all of your junk to, and these are the messages that they're talking about when they're talking about investing in Africa. So we mustn't get it twisted as a people. I mean, just hear her break it down. We had Sister Sheila on the panel as always with her wonderful storytelling style of communicating important messages to us. And today, amongst other things, we was learning about the importance of our placenta and how back in the days, when we gave birth, our placenta would be buried on the land, and we would know where our placenta was buried, and a tree would even be planted there, and everyone's placenta would be buried on the land. And so everybody had that spiritual, mental and physical connection to the land, and we all as a people understood the importance of the land, and the thought of selling the land would be unthinkable, and obviously everybody would want to protect the land because we knew that was our land. It was where our placenta was actually buried. But we've been disconnected from our placenta, disconnected from the land. We're having our babies in the hospitals, they've been injected in the hospitals, and all sorts of going on. So anyway, here our Sister Sheila break that down. We had our brother John Lennon, another guest. He was from Jamaica, and he was talking about the potential for renewable energy, the potential for sun energy, to provide energy for the hospitals, energy for the schools, and why is it that we're not using this potentially free renewable energy to kickstart the economy over there? And he was pointing to some of the restrictive and destructive policies of the World Bank and the IMF, and how it's dictating to Jamaica how it's got to spend its finances, and taking money away from schools and hospitals, and feeding the people. Hear our brother John break it down. Find out how you can get in touch with him for more information. We had our brother Kwame from Ghana, who was talking to us as well about the potential for Africa's industrial revolution, how we could be using sun power to industrialize our economy. It could be the next place on the world stage to be industrialized, just like China, just like the West experienced their industrialization. They use steam, they use coal. We could be using sun power to generate the energy that our factories need, that our schools need, that our country needs, that our people need. So we were having that discussion as well, and he was talking about the importance of unity as well across the continent, because it's that unity that's going to enable us to fight off the bullies of the world. And so here our brother Kwame break that down as well, because he's just delivering it in such a powerful way. We were hearing from Dr. Abu as well, and enough joke from Dr. Abu as always, but some serious messages in his storytelling style as well. And he was basically just likening the majority of the African leaders today to pimps. He was saying they're not leaders, they're pimps. They're pimping their people, they're pimping their country, they're selling out to the highest bidder. Isn't that what pimps do? Take control and then just prostitute it out. And so here Dr. Abu with his storytelling style as well. It was such an interesting discussion. We were keeping it real. It's a place where we as a people come together and we have our conversations, and we just talk it as it is. And basically, we were saying, don't wait for permission. Just do what needs to be done. We don't have no response. We can't control these people who are signing bits of paper supposedly on our behalf. Well, as far as we're concerned, we don't subscribe to what's in the content of those contracts because we haven't been consulted. We don't know what's been signed away. We're going to do what needs to be done. So if you have the potential to use solar power, use solar power to power your factories, to power your offices, to power your homes, to power your clinics, your hospital and your schools. We have got to make that move. Don't wait for the powers that be to give us permission, to start using clean energy. Make that move. Yeah, we're talking about the importance of clean water as well, how we used to get clean water, how we used to preserve our water. We're talking about the importance of planting trees. Sister Najee just been on an initiative that she was spearheading, that's resulted in thousands of trees being planted in Kenya that involves school children. So the school children are going to be growing with those trees and looking after those trees, and it's an initiative that we need to copy around the world as well. Fruit trees as well, because we know that there's plans for food shortages in the future. Family, I can't even go over all of what we discussed in the show today, but it was in such an interesting and very educational and insightful way. So click the link and check out the show in your own time. Rise up, rise up. Sister Shanice out of here for now. One love, family.